What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to Vic Drives. Got the sun in my face there a little bit. So, last week we checked out the pressure washer, or the new pressure washer. But this week we're going to tackle a problem that's kind of been bothering me since I bought the car. So, this is my 2004 Chevy Corvette Z06. So the previous owner was a smoker, and when we went to go check out the car, I didn't smell a whole lot of smoke, so I figured maybe he just didn't smoke in this car and he just smoked outside, which would make sense, I guess, right? So on the drive home, I started to smell some cigarette smoke, and I couldn't figure out why or where it was coming from. But I was like, it's probably not a huge deal. He was smoking when I got there, so I figured, it was probably just residual smell. A couple weeks later, though, when I took the car out again after all the snow had disappeared, the smell was still there. So I tried a ton of different things, banging my head on the A-pillars and whatnot. But air fresheners, I tried vacuuming out the interior of the car and steaming the headliner and the floors, and it worked for a little bit, but the smell kept coming back. So for those of you that don't know, cigarette smoke is basically a bacteria that will kind of just attach itself to everything. So regardless of how well of a job I could have done, chances are I didn't get all of it. So today's video is going to be, how do we fix that? So there are a few different steps. The interior of the car is kind of dirty again, so I'm going to go ahead and just clean it all. I'm not going to show you guys the steam cleaner, mostly because I packed it up and put it downstairs, and then I really don't want to get it back out. But we're going to use a vacuum cleaner to vacuum up all like the dirt and rocks and whatever might be in here. We're going to use an interior cleaner to basically just wipe down all the surfaces, a little isopropyl alcohol just to, try to kill as much of the bacteria as we can. And then I got an ozone generator, which is probably why you clicked on the video, which we're going to leave in the car for a few minutes and then let the car air out overnight. And then I'll probably check in with you guys tomorrow to see if it worked. All right, let's get into this. Okay, so the vacuuming worked a decent amount, I'd like to think. There's still definitely dust everywhere. So the next steps here are to grab your microfiber towel, whatever color, it doesn't really matter, and your preferred interior detail cleaner, or your interior cleaner, but this happens to be the Meguiar's interior detailer cleaner. So this is part of the kit that I've mentioned in multiple videos so far, but if you are interested or you are looking for an interior cleaner, I definitely recommend this one. So I will link it in the description below. So, if you're looking, you can follow that link, I guess. So basically what we're doing here for the entire car is we're essentially just gonna shake up our cleaner, like just to agitate it because it's been sitting for a while. And you just spray it on whatever surface you're trying to clean. Grab your microfiber towel, wipe everything down, try to get as much grime as you can off, and boom. So basically we just repeat that through the entire car. Hit the door panels, hit the dashboard, your mirror up top, gear shift, e-brake, the whole shebang. Literally anything that you think smoke might have gotten into or onto. It is, just gas, so it will get everywhere. Something I wish I had but don't have is one of those detailing brushes so that you can get like inside your vents and stuff. So I might just try to spray some detailing cleaner in there and kind of hope it works, but I think the better idea would be to turn the AC on when I have the ozone machine on, so that the air is recirculating and the ozone cleaner can kind of get in there and do its thing. So I'm going to go ahead, clean the rest of the car off, and then we'll get to the good stuff with it. so one last thing that I forgot to mention before we started. You're also going to want to clean the glass on your car. Cigarette smoke especially likes to cling to your glass. Sometimes people smoke with the windows down, but regardless, it gets everywhere. So give your glass a really good cleaning before you put the ozone machine in your car. And also, you may have noticed that I pulled the seat belts out and kind of sprayed those down and cleaned those as well. You know, obviously when you're driving, you have your belt on, and you know, your smoke just kind of gets everywhere. So there's a good chance that it stays on the belt as well. So leaving that out when I turn the ozone machine on will hopefully get some of the smell out of there as well. Okay, and here is the ozone generator. As you can see, industrial grade ozone generator. So I bought this on Amazon for about 60 bucks. I've heard great things about it. If you watch other YouTube videos, or if that's how you found me, you'll see that, or you'll know that a lot of other people recommend this one as well. So let's go ahead and unbox it. Okay, so now that we're inside the box, we have like a little door hanger that says don't enter, because for those of you that don't know, you are not supposed to breathe in ozone. So don't let any animals or children, or you know, even yourself get exposed to this machine. I will explain what ozone is in a minute. Let me go ahead and just get it out of the packaging here. Okay, so here is our little box, our ozone generator. So ozone is O3. It's an unstable gas. So essentially what happens is O3 gets released from this machine created by electricity, I'm assuming. Chemistry was not my strong suit in high school or in college, so bear with me here, I might be wrong. But to my understanding, basically any odors or bacteria that you have in your car, the extra O, like the third O of the O3, will basically attach or bind itself to that material, and basically the extra is just oxygen, which will just get released back into the air. And the idea is that everything will just kind of get circulated through this machine. I'll get it in frame there, through this machine, and by the time it's done, your car won't smell bad anymore. So let's go ahead and put it to the test. Okay, so we're in the car now. The ozone generator is, you want it in a central location so that it can really circulate the air in the car around. Again, you do not want to breathe this in. It is not good for you or for your lungs. So the ideal way to get this set up without breathing in too much of it would be to crack a window slightly, so that you can basically feed the cable out of it, where you'll have an extension cable on the ground waiting for it, and you will basically set the timer on this and then plug it in to power it on. And then basically you want to just get away from your car for as long as you have it set for. If you need another treatment, you can come out and, you know, set it up again. So the idea is, for a car of this size, you probably want 15 to 30 minutes of it just kind of circulating, doing its thing. And then you want to let it sit for at least the same amount of time to air out. So basically we'll set it for 15 to 30, probably 30 minutes, because it really stinks in here. What was that? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, set the timer for 30 minutes here. So we're gonna turn that to 30. And then we'll plug it in, windows down, and then I'll come back, open the windows, let it air out for 30 minutes, and then I can determine whether or not I need it to go again or whatever, depending on the smell. Okay, so it's been 7 hours and the car's been just sitting outside since. I've done some yard work, taken a shower, and now came back to check it out. As far as I can tell, I can't smell anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and declare that a success. If you do this in your own car and you still smell whatever odor you had in the first place, then all you would need to do is just run it for another 30 minutes or an hour, depending on the size of your car. Now, this is a very small car, so I didn't need a whole lot to do it. I would recommend that if you can, leave the windows open overnight. If you have a garage, put it in the garage, leave the windows open, just let the car air out a little bit. But aside from that, hopefully this helped out. And if it did, then definitely be sure to leave this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in the next one.